Hello, welcome back to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we got a new guy, Eric, in the booth. Say hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Nice. As always, we are brought to you by StarCityGames.com and Carnox Chairs. Make sure you check these out at carnox.com/SCG if you want to pick one up for yourself. They are nice, and we are still waiting on ours. So,
Yep.
Cedric, get on that. Come on.
Yeah, can we everyone just tag him on Twitter?
It's at
He'll love
Cedric A.
that.
Phillips.
Yeah.
On Twitter, he loves getting weird tweets that I tell people to rate him with. It's
Loves
his favorite
it.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So we have been in the middle of a standard showdown today. Orzhov Vampires, Bant Scapeshift are at the top of the metagame, and we gave them, both a run through a mini gauntlet. Orzhov Vampires held its own.
Yep.
Bant Scapeshift tore through it. Did not lose a game.
2-0-4-0. Yep.
Yeah. So far, Bant Scapeshift ahead. But as we've been saying all show, this is the grand finale. We're pitting the two against each other.
Don't even
and the
do it.
finale's worth 10,000 points.
No, it is not. He just knows his marbles are absolutely gone right now, but he's trying to make some loophole.
Points. Loophole, we've been saying it all show.
No, you've been saying it all show.
Well, regardless, I lost the last match, so I get to be on the play.
Yep.
We're a little short on time, so we're going to jump right into it.
Okay.
This
And
is-
Chad, let us know what you think is the moral thing here.
Yeah.
That Corey should just get the marbles because I'm up 3-1, or if Ross's backdoor absurd, crazy rules should bear some weight here.
Okay. Well, my hand is solid, so I'm going to keep.
Yeah, my hand's okay.
And we'll start on Swamp Conquistador.
All right. Okay. I think we're gonna start with
Yeah, which ETB tap?
a
line would you
Memora.
like to play?
Yeah, I got a lot of gates, man. I got a lot of gates.
Okay. Let's attack you for 2.
18.
18, and then I have Plains, Legion's Landing,
Okay.
and
Not bad.
Swamp, nothing. You can go.
All right, we'll take that.
No Transform Landing.
All right, so that we will play our green-white gate with some upside.
19.
Your turn.
Okay, no Growth Spiral is a nice one. Oof, not a great set of draws again, but I do have a Sorin.
Serene.
Unfortunately, Sorin is going to be
Okay.
Let's go on to our Lifelinker and get in for 4 total.
Okay, I'll go
So-
to 15 to 22.
Yep. Your turn.
All right, well, now, oh, that was a good draw.
Stop it.
That was a pretty good draw, actually. I think we're going to go... Now, if we look at our hand, we actually have a lot of options here. It's going to be kind of painful, I think, but I think I want to play this no matter what, and then play one of these 2 cards. And you have how many cards?
3.
3. I think this is going to be more important right now to get into play first, and then we'll follow it up with this hopefully next turn. All right, so we're going to be hurting ourselves a bit. Grazer. Okay, I guess that puts it into play tap. Never mind. What am I thinking? I need to not do that. We're going to go down to 13.
Yeah, Teferi.
No, we're going to deputy this.
That's pretty good.
All right, your turn.
Maybe I was supposed to put the counter here because of the threat of Teferi. That was probably a mistake.
It could be. Could be. Now, deputy, the reason I deputied here is, like, if I deputy anything else, Soren just comes back. But, yeah, Mortify is, like, your only out to be able to kill that. So that's pretty nice.
Yep. And then we'll minus and put this Legion Lieutenant onto the battlefield. That
All right.
Drew.
All right. Fair.
Tap land, and this is going to be for 6.
Okay.
And I'll gain 3. So you're at 7, and I'm at 25.
725.
That's the turn.
It's looking good.
And it's looking good. For
Looking
vampires
good
so
over
far.
here. Oh, for you? Yeah, sure.
I don't know what you got, but
All right. Well,
pretty close to dead.
can we stay alive? I believe this sequence of, if we look at my hand, I believe this sequence keeps me alive exactly. So you could attack 5. I go to 3. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does. So you could attack here. I can block. I would take 3 total, go to 4, and then if I have to take pain from my land, that would go to 2, and then Soren can finish me off. I think we're just dead. Let's do one last quick check here. Yeah, the pain is what is really getting me. So I have Teferi and Grazer. I think I can bounce this, kill that. Grazer, unfortunately, I have to Temple Garden to go to 5. and then I block, take 2 down to 3, and then you Sorin me for lethal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you had a regular untapped land, you would survive at 1.
Or I think if I was on the play, I was actually pretty well set up because the rest of my hand was good. I mean, I had ways to get this out.
I had all lands, so.
Yep. Yeah, the Mortify was really what was brutal. If Mortify didn't happen, I slowed you down enough where I would have been probably favored to win the game. But yeah, Mortify is too good. Too good. Maybe unconditional removal like that is just making an upswing just because people are starting to look to ways around Legion's End and Cast Down. You know, like on stream, I was playing Oketra in the sideboard of Vampires just because, like, how do you beat that card? There's like Mortify to like delay it a little bit, but it was just a mirror breaker and it seemed like really good to me. So
time to splash Blue for Hostage Taker.
There you go. Smart.
Gotcha.
Okay, so what's the time? We're gonna do some live sideboarding.
Yeah, it's more face-up sideboarding.
Okay.
We got about 20 minutes.
I like it.
I've got some Noxious Grass, which seem pretty good to me.
Pretty decent.
Definitely
Yeah.
want some Legion's Ends. And we want
Legion's End's good.
This might be too many removal spells.
Yeah, I think Noxious Grasp is a stretch. Like, all it kills is the fairy. You probably don't want.
And Deputy.
And Deputy, actually.
The issue is Deputy.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting our Cast Downs and our Mortifies out because Grasp is just better. I might not want all 4, but we definitely want a bunch of Legion's Ends because they can deal with, early Arboreal Grazers if I need to get through there, all the zombie tokens late, and Hydroid Crisis. So.
I love that you just said the sentence, I got to deal with Arboreal Grazer.
Hey, I don't overlook any member of the team.
That's fair.
Got a full scouting report.
And I actually think I'm going to take out Deputy here. I don't think it's that good. I think my plan is to just try to ramp and then eventually set up either a Scapeshift plus Veil turn or set up Teferi plus Scapeshift. I think I just want to be one-dimensional. On the draw, I like Grazer a little bit more because you need to do something to break serve because it's so bad. But on the play, I just think Grazer is what Javier Dominguez calls it, and I think it's the most accurate description as the green mulligan.
Okay. Champion of Dusk seems like one of my weaker creatures just because that's not the kind of game I want to be playing. I want to come out quickly, really end the game fast. I think I'm going to leave 1 in just so, I still have the chance of that draw with Sorin.
All
This
right.
is a lot more cards I'm bringing in than I want to bring out because I got 4 copies of
You're
Legion.
taking out Champion of Dusk? Are you crazy?
It's like only good when I'm Sorining it.
Oh,
they're just
no, honey.
What do you want me to cut? You want me to cut 1-drops?
Yeah, I would rather cut.
I mean, we can cut some
I just wouldn't bring these in. I just wouldn't bring in any of those. I only bring in Legions and Duresses. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Cut your removal, your Cast Down Mortifies, and then Legion's Landing is very bad. Like activating Legion's Land, we're not playing that kind of game plan. I would even take.
Sure.
I would take all. I would leave in like 1. You never want to draw a second one, but yeah, Champion of Dust finding your Legion's End is just. I don't know if I ever take out Champion of Dusk. It's just too good. It's too good of a combo,
Yeah. Different mindset.
I mean, we definitely could be wrong, but I think this is what I want to do. I'm thinking about leaving in 1 more Deputy for a Circuitous route or a Crisis. I think we're gonna go like this.
So the idea is like I have Sorin to deal with Deputy, so I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Which then deals with everything else.
Yeah, I just don't like Deputy that much just because if you ever go Sorin, kill, and get back whatever creature, it's just so bad. But sometimes it can be good. So let's go through quick what I'm doing. Baffling End is the Adanto Vanguard killer. It's just super important at dealing with that. Time Wipe for another Wrath effect, and then Veil of Summer to protect my Zombones. We'll give it a shot. I'm going to be on the play because I got demolished.
Getting close to that 10,000 points.
Yeah, thanks. You know your marbles are mine. You can have the points, but unfortunately 10,000 points isn't match points. It's like whose line is it anyways, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. But the match points matter. Yeah.
We're dropping a lot of pop culture references.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Fallon, now we're on Whose Line.
Yeah, right when pro points were being announced that they were no longer relevant, somebody made the meme of everything's made up and the points don't matter. Have fun at your local GP. Oh, it was classic. Whose Line is anyways? Let's get real. Was a great show. Did you ever watch it?
Isn't the reboot still going?
It might be, but
they rebooted it with
not Drew Carey, not Ryan Stiles, though. So,
no,
yeah.
who's hosting the reboot?
Drew Carey went to Price is Right, so.
Comedian and actress. She did a character arc on Friends. Aisha Tyler. There we go.
Okay. I'll watch that. Okay, I'm on the play here. This is reasonable. It's nothing like I'm going to be like, yes, this is a perfect hand, but it's keepers. We got land and spells.
Lands and spells.
I know.
Some people have all the luck.
My deck is 50% lands and 50% spells.
I also have lands and spells, so.
All right, lucky.
I will start on Vicious Conquistador.
That's vicious.
A little bit better than Aspirant against a Grazer.
Temple, we'll scry this card to the bottom. The card we scried was this. We already have one, so.
Good after that?
Yep, good.
Okay, I will play a Legion Lieutenant and get in for 3.
17.
You're up.
Pretty good start. Pretty fast.
Yeah, nice little 1-drop, 2-drop. Got both my colors.
Hate it. All right, we'll do some rejuvenating. All right, and I believe it's time to get the dead going.
A Deadhead.
Deadhead, your turn.
Okay, so we can pretty freely attack.
I got a 1/1.
So let's get in, trigger the Conquistador.
Okay,
So you go 16.
I'm gonna take all this.
You're going to 12?
Yep.
Huh. So are we trying to time wipe? I guess so. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's dress. I want to dress here because Circuitous Route does let Corey make some zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like he has one, so I'm going to take that Circuitous Route.
Okay, leaving me with the deadly card, but it's not deadly yet.
Got another land, and then a Sky Marcher Aspirant.
Okay, time wipe off the top.
You're
Let's
up.
go. It's not a time wipe. It's cutest row. Every card you've taken, I've drawn immediately. Did you notice that?
I did the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true.
The Thoughtseize bug is working overtime.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. We're bugged on Moto here.
Getting a couple
Okay.
Gates.
Getting a couple gates. We're going to get 2 Zombones.
Some Zombonis.
Then we'll send it to you. Now we're just really hoping to be able to trade in combat, play a little defense, and then maybe a Crisis will help us a lot.
Okay, so now...
You got my hand, right?
Yeah, land shift, crisis.
Yep.
So next turn you can play land 8 and either shift for a bunch of zombies or crisis as a 6/6 and gain 3.
2 great plays.
Yeah, that's pretty
2
good.
great plays.
This is gonna.
I think this is a lot of play matters. I think this wouldn't matter if I was on the draw. I think I'd just be dead.
10. Ugh, this is tough.
I have enough Red Bull during these versus live. Are we sponsored by Red Bull yet? Have we haven't gotten it? Okay. All right. Their email's in the mail, I bet.
I bet. This is
Got a toughie?
yeah, definitely a tough one.
What I would assume with Ross tanking this much, not having knowledge of the hand, I would be assuming that there's a Legion then. And if it is worth it to fire it off now when, there could be so much coming from next turn. That's where my brain would go, but of course it could be anything. Could even be a boat. You know how much we wanted one of those, Ross. Is Ricky still in the room? Can we get a judge call for slow play? Is he still back there? Okay. They are ended. You can see my hand.
Your hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Attack, trigger here. You go to 11.
And I'll block.
Block here and take 4. So you go to
5
7.
total, right? Yeah, 7.
Pass the turn.
All right. Great play. I was afraid of that being put on the back foot, but now, of course, I do have a very excellent play. Now, here's my 2 decisions. I can go this plus Scapeshift, and then if Ross has another Legion's End, the game is over. It is over. I maybe can gain enough life. I take 5, 6, 7, 8. I could probably find 2 life gains lands to go to 9 and maybe stand a chance. But I think I just want to go land to get a zombie and just Giant Crisis. I mean, I gain life. I gain 3 life, so I go to 10. I'm pretty much out of reach. I think that is the surefire way that I don't die. So we're going to go like that. We're going to gain 3.
Go to 10.
And then after I draw cards, it's going to be your turn. Draw 3. So I think this is just an all-around safer play.
That was a solid draw.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I will duress you.
Okay. Securities Route or Scapeshift.
I will take the Scapeshift.
Okay. Lands and route.
I will Legion the Hydroid Crisis.
Oof. That was good. But now we got this one little sneaky zombie that can kill pretty much anything. So trigger 9. And then I could take 5 to 4. Yeah, we'll do that.
You're at 4.
4.
You're up.
All right. So now we have to, that's 4 damage, so I have to make sure to do anything in my power to not just die to another Legion's End, and we have the ability to do that. With a Field of Ruin, ooh, you don't have a land. Ooh, okay, I guess I don't have the ability to do that. So I have to, we might just be dead then if he has a 3rd Legion's End. With him not having a non-basic, I can't hold up Field of Ruin to be able to strip a land, get a land into play, and then make another zombie after he Legion's End. So that's unfortunate. Ooh, but we do have this as a way. All right, we got a plan.
Man with a plan.
Man with a plan. I do have a way to make sure I don't die to just Legion End. I could die to plenty of other stuff, but
A man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
Sure.
Is that the palindrome?
Sure. Okay, so we're gonna go Circuitous Route and get a couple of lands. 1 gate. And a plains.
Plains, okay.
I'll go like this.
Didn't want to play the Field of the Dead first?
No, because I'm going to play a life gain land, so that puts me out of range of dying if you have another Legion's End. So I'll gain 1, make another zombie.
Brings you to 5.
Yep. I think that's the safest play for now, and then we'll ship it to you.
Well, that's awkward.
But now that we're still not in a great spot right now, even though we've controlled the board. I mean, it's highly reliant on what Ross has here. There's a couple of cards I'm very much fearing.
Top decking the life gain land is pretty good on your part.
Yeah.
Because
I had the life gain land. I
Really?
top deck something else, yeah.
I must have misread your hand then. All the lands look the same.
They really do. Did you have it?
Well, I drew a land this turn. I have the Sorin, and so I was happy when you blocked the Lord and put yourself to 4.
Yeah.
The Conquistador could kill you. The unfortunate part here is, in order to keep the Sorin alive for next turn, I have to trade here, and I don't have a zombie to kill you, or vampire to kill you.
Yep.
But I still think that's my best chance of winning. I'm going to be very dead to a Teferi or another Crisis, but I'll beat or a Deputy, but I'll beat a lot of other things. So we'll play this. We'll plus it to throw the Conquistador at you.
Okay.
So you go to 2, and I go to 22.
Okay.
23. And then I'll pass the turn.
All right. Yeah, we really need we got a couple big draw steps here. That was one of the cards I was very much afraid of. And that's not going to help me.
I never really had a good chance to get the Sorin down earlier because I needed to start duressing and Legion's ending. Because I was on draw. Like, if I was on the play, this would have been, I think, a pretty easy game from my side.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I did not draw anything that prevents Ross from tapping the top of the deck here. So, yeah, we'll do the play that we're forced to do.
Sorin to 1.
Yep, and
Play the
Field of the Dead. No! Sorin. Take another Sorin or something. God, you're so lucky.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'll go to 22.
Dang it. We drew a time wipe.
Possibility.
Time wipe a little too late.
Upstairs.
I'll take it. Can you believe this? Oh my God. Good games.
I don't know if you've watched a lot of Versus Live. The burn spell gets top decked a lot.
I can tell. I've seen the famous Bane Fire.
Yes.
Dodge might not have had a chance. But
Yeah. That's the Eldersman luck that you got here. Beginner's luck doesn't exist on Versus Live, I see.
No.
Nor does Justice. I don't know though, chat. Let's get a vote here. We went 3-2 in matches, but Ross won his make-believe, 10,000 points thing. I think the marbles are mine.
Where's the chat feeling about this? We got a little bit of time.
We got a little chat for just arguments.
Can we get a poll going? Is that a thing? Do we know how to do that? Do we have the technology?
everybody's saying Corey.
Oh yeah, ship it, chat.
Are you lying to me, Rob?
Do you think Rob is really going against you?
So we got 1 for Ross, 4 for Corey, 5 for Corey.
Oh
Okay.
God!
Well,
You know what? It's so great.
We got 3 for Ross now.
It's so great to just thank this new community that's welcoming me with open arms. Really, just the Versus Live chat community is just so good. They're just such great people, and I want to thank my fans, my mom, everyone who's believed in me from the beginning to get these marbles. Todd said, "No, Corey, you're never gonna get those marbles," and I said, "You know what, Todd? I will."
the marbles will be
Here we are. We got a little time for a couple more questions there. If we got anybody else that has something to weigh in, maybe about one of the decks, maybe about how these matchups felt. I think I learned a lot. I still think the grand final played out just like we were both thinking. I think it's a great matchup for vampires, and that's why I would personally play vampires this weekend, just because of this exchange.
Yeah, close game. The vampire deck squeaked one out when it was on the draw, won pretty easily on the play.
Yeah.
The tools just match up really well from the vampire side. They have the right removal spells. The Legion's End is a spell that they already want. And it's just so good against the Bant Scapeshift threats. We've even seen a little bit less Bant Scapeshift around. Vampires, I think, is the clear number one in terms of popularity. Yeah. But these two are definitely a tier above everything else. And we could see a format where Bant, subsides a little bit, and some of these anti-vampire decks, Esper Hero maybe can fill in the gaps, and we get a little bit more diversity in the last couple of weeks of the format.
But honestly, you say Esper Hero, I say Jeskai Walkers. I really think that's the deck to answer it. But it has, some horrific matchups outside of that. Like, you're never going to beat Grixis with that. You're going to lose to mono red most of the time because you're just playing planeswalkers and stuff. So it's a very polarizing deck. But if you're looking to just beat vampires and you think vampires is like red black aggro from last standard, it's just everywhere. Or if it's like Hogak, it's the deck to beat. Maybe it is right to severely metagame this weekend. Yeah. Vampires will be, I'm not kidding, probably 35-40% of the metagame at the SCG. And as far as the arena, I would call it. I would say 35%. That's my guess.
That's a Callblade number. You're off the deep end now.
I don't know.
Let's get to some questions before Corey starts.
Clip that, and when I'm right, we'll throw it back on.
Well, this kid asked about your opinion on Unmoored Ego, specifically in the Esper versus Scapeshift matchup.
So I'll take this one. Unmoored Ego, when it's not an open decklist tournament, can get you, but I think heads up Scapeshift players make it a point to, if they have Field of the Dead, play it as your first or second or third turn land. Then even if you do get Unmoored Ego, at least you still have some access to it. But it's kind of the point where the matchup's so bad from Esper Hero, you got to do something. So I think it's reasonable. I don't think it's like a great plan, otherwise we'd be seeing it more, but it's a reasonable option.
Yeah, I agree. Anytime you're resorting to things like that, a card that is only going to work when you get them with it, it's a gotcha card, that's a sign that your matchup is bad. Yeah. And gotcha cards are never going to be enough to turn a matchup around. Even something like 4 copies of Leyline of the Void against Dredge or Hogak, that's not enough to turn a matchup around because you're so far behind in game one. And in the standard format, you can't afford to commit, 1, 2, 3, like more than 1 or 2 slots to these Unmoored Egos, even with Scapeshift as popular as it is. So, if you're really that desperate and you're expecting a lot of Scapeshift, I could look to a couple, but don't expect it to work any miracles.
Yep. I agree. We got maybe time for one last question before we thank some subs.
Let's see.
Could just throw it to the subs.
Yeah. I do want to say one thing before we throw it to subs. This Thursday, we got an exciting matchup planned. We are going to do a little bit of a team battle to get ready for this Team SCGs. We're gonna pit together some of like the lineup I would choose versus the lineup you would choose.
I'm gonna try to get my team to give me, their lists so that if they're willing to, and I'll just play my team's decks against what you got.
That's fair. I'm gonna play. I have a pretty good idea of what I want for standard and modern. Legacy once again will be looking to the gods of the 5-0 decks because I don't know a lot. I usually stay far away from that legacy side. It's dark and scary over there. So don't miss that this Thursday. It's going to be a really fun one to get you ready for SCG Richmond if you are planning to play it. Plus, we're going to have a little fun. And you can try to get those marbles back.
Let's see. Let's get some subs.
Let's get those subs in here.
Farah has resubscribed for 5 months.
Woo, 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 woo.
And Papa John's Napkins has resubscribed for 6 months.
That is
That's a nice name.
Yeah, was one of Todd and my favorites. Papa John's Napkins. Todd was a fan of Sloopy Goopers.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll be around.
I like that. Papa John's Napkins, though, seriously, are the real MVPs, though. They get put through the work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They put through the ringer. You can wring those things out by the end.
Yeah, gross. That all we got for subs?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for watching. Thanks for everybody who subscribed and just asked some questions. We appreciate you participating in the show. And that's about it for us. I'm Corey. That's Ross.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Bye-bye.